This morning I was in a secondary school to speak to some students. When I got there, I took the mic and began to speak to them passionately. You would almost think I was speaking to some passionately, because what I see when I talk to those young people, like I'll wake up from my house, dress up, not minding whether you are pursuing whatever. You see those young people, they are the future of Africa. And if nothing is done about their state, we are finished. Go and read the post I posted on Facebook on the law of interception. You understand what I'm doing? We're doing a conference that we gather 20,000 students and youths at the stadium. I'm giving out 100,000 books free of charge, and the book costs 500 million, and they're giving free. We're trying to network with all kinds of. When I enter the message, you understand why you have to form a great community. For us now as a mandate, if you're not part of creating the kind of community that can drive the program and the vision of God for these last days through this agency, then that means you have lost completely out of what God is doing. It means you're helping the devil win. The book is even ready. 30 costly mistakes you to make. It was first 21. The thing has expanded to 30. Free. When I finished that school tour this morning, someone DM'd me, say, why are you so passionate like this? Is that your level and your status? I said, there's no level and status in transforming lives. There's nothing like level and status. You see, that's what greed and self creates. People just mature and become too big to do some things for God. They just become too big. Meanwhile, in 20 years to come now, the people that you think are nobodies will become the one deciding the affairs of a nation. The same people. And this time we are not just gathering the multitude to do a conference and go. It's a strong community we are trying to create. The reason I'm doing this teaching is to raise the men and women that will stand as mentors, volunteers, that will volunteer themselves as reapers, as processors, as leaders, as change agents, as makers of people. Not just people who come to church and clap their hands and go. We're looking for men that will raise men. We're looking for an army of people that will be involved in training more people and putting Africa in order. Somebody told me in South Africa, he said, please, Doc, can you just make up your mind? Only one thing I want you to do. Just don't go back to Nigeria. Can you stay here with us? He said, we need your type of person in this country. He said, all you need is agree. You have a house. I will give you a house. I will give you everything you need to facilitate your stay here. He said, we need your type of person. When I got back to my lodge and I was thinking about it, I was like, God, this offer looks good. But the truth is this. I'm not excited about it. Because if I stay there and I don't return, or if I return and go back and stay in South Africa because they say I should come back and stay there, it doesn't mean that the problem has been solved. You know why Jesus, even after he rose from the dead, refused to go back to heaven automatically? Do you know why? Because he knew that the work of redemption is not yet complete until he reproduces himself. What the church needs now is to raise men like Jesus. And men like Jesus are not men who are just living right and going to heaven. Men like Jesus are men who are living right, but also doing the program of heaven on the earth. Men who understand the program. And men who are passionately pursuing it the way Christ pursued the program. Many of us only know the program of God as Christ's death on the cross, his burial and resurrection. That's what a lot of us know. So when we give our life to Christ, we feel the job is done. There's nothing else I need to do. I've given my life to Christ, so I'm fine. I don't need any other thing. They don't know that beyond dying on the cross, that Jesus lived as our practical example. There were things this man did for 3.5 years that shook the world and turned it upside down. That's the one the church has not yet learned. So you see a church of 100,000 people, 20,000 people, 30,000 people, look critically in the congregation. You hardly can count 1% deliverers amongst them. You hardly can count 2% saviors around them. Well, you have a congregation of people everywhere just asking God for miracles, for breakthroughs, and there's nothing wrong with that, but that's just elementary science. The main thing is that God wants to turn the church into an army of deliverers.